Hello students, this is Purvi here. Today we are going to discuss the 6th chapter of economics from the book Indian Economic Development, that is Rural Development. Rural Development. Now rural development is a comprehensive term which essentially focuses on action for the development of area which is lagging behind in overall development of village economy. Now, what are the various objectives of rural development? The objectives of rural development are to increase productivity of agricultural sector, to generate alternative means of livelihood in rural sector, and to promote education and health facilities in rural areas. Let us talk about the key issues in rural development. The key issues are a robust system of rural credit, a system of marketing that ensures remunerative price to the farmer for his produce, diversification of crops that reduce risks of production and induces commercialization of farming, diversification of production activity with a view to find alternative means of sustainable living other than crop cultivation. Also, promotion of organic farming with a view to make crop cultivation environmental friendly as well as a sustainable process over a long period of time. The honest system of land reforms, development of human resource like health addressing both sanitation and public health, development of human resource including literacy, education and skill development, and lastly development of infrastructure like electricity, irrigation, transport facility, etc. are the various key issues that rural development is facing. Rural credit. Now rural credit means credit for the farming communities. Farmers require credit for various purposes like purchasing agricultural tools and machines, digging wells and tube wells, purchasing seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. The gestation period between sowing and harvesting is high. So, farmers have to borrow to fulfill their needs during this period. Sources of rural credit. Now, rural credit can be obtained from non-institutional sources like money lenders, traders and commission agents, landlords, relatives and friends. Institutional sources of rural credit are cooperative credit societies, commercial banks, regional rural banks, National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development that was established in 1982, and self-help groups. Now, the institutional structure of rural banking, which is called multi-agency system, that has been initiated by government in the year 1969. Agricultural marketing. Agricultural marketing means all those activities which include gathering the produce after harvesting, processing the produce, grading the produce according to its quality, packaging the produce according to preferences of buyers, storing the produce for future sale and selling the produce when price is lucrative. In other words, agricultural marketing covers the services involved in moving an agricultural product from the farm to the consumer. Defects of agricultural marketing. Inadequate warehouses, multiplicity of middlemen, malpractice in unregulated markets, lack of adequate finance, inadequate means of transport and communication are the various defects of agricultural marketing. Measures that are being adopted by government to improve marketing system. Now, the government is trying to improve marketing system by regulating the markets. Also, it has established cooperative agricultural marketing societies. It has laid down provision for warehousing facilities, has subsidized transport, dissemination of marketing information, buffer stocks and minimum support price, public distribution system, alternative marketing channels have been put up, and improvement of physical infrastructure is being monitored by government to improve marketing system. Diversification in agricultural activities. Now the first is diversification of crop production. Now it refers to a system of multiple cropping rather than monocropping. It may also mean a shift from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Now this type of diversification has three advantages, like it lowers the risk of farmer on account of failure of monsoon. Also, it enhances the scope for commercialization of farming, as well as minimize the market risk arising due to price fluctuation. The second is diversification of productive activities. Now, diversification of productive activities imply a shift from crop farming to non-farming areas of employment. Non-farming areas of employment could be animal husbandry, fisheries, horticulture, cottage and household industry, and information technology, that in every village a knowledge center should be there. Organic farming. Organic farming is a system of farming that maintains, enhances and restores the ecological balance. It helps in sustainable development of the agricultural sector. In organic farming, farmers use organic manure, biofertilizers and organic pesticides. Now, organic farming could be advantageous because it is inexpensive process, it generates income, it produces healthier and tastier food, it also solves unemployment problem, and it is environment friendly. Talking about the limitations of organic farming, it can be said that it yields from organic farming is less than modern agricultural farming in initial years. Organic produce have shorter shelf life than sprayed produce. Choice in production of off-season crops is quite limited in organic farming. Also, organic farming involves labor-intensive process of production of labor, so India has comparative advantage in organic farming. Operation Flood. Operation Flood is a system of milk cooperatives launched in 1966. This system emphasized the pooling of milk by farmers to cooperative societies. This increased the quantum of sale as well as the market value of product. The production in milk increased fourfold. This system is commonly called Operation Flood. Let us talk about the various terms like labor force, which refers to actual number of people available for work. Non-farm sector refers to jobs in government, manufacturing, services, construction, mining, retail, etc., while labor-intensive process refers to the process or industry that requires a large amount of labor to produce its goods. So students, this was the 6th chapter from Indian Economic Development. Thank you.